That was a short 5 minutes. All right, make your way to your seat. And we're about ready to begin. Thank you. Welcome to Plug and Play Brand and Retail, Batch 12 Expo, part of our fall summit here at Plug and Play. If you were part of the morning Supply Chain and Logistics Expo, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that show. That team is phenomenal. They do amazing work. We work closely with them. If you're joining us just now, get settled. There's a lot of information on the back of your lanyard card, information about voting, so make sure you watch the pitches, you vote for your favorite. Favorite could be best pitch, best idea, it's your criteria. We do give an award to the most votes at the end of our program here. Also, there's the networking app Brella, so if you haven't already, get on that and make some one-on-one meetings. This team here, we're not just the best-looking team at Plug and Play, which, yes, you can tell the other verticals. We do focus a lot on the achievements of the community. So you see here some funding events that have happened for our startups. You see some off-sites, trips around the world to Tokyo, to Munich at Bits and Pretzels, and elsewhere. So congrats to the whole team for making the program really what it is. And at Plug and Play overall, there's a huge drive to fuel progress. Progress in the industry that we work in, progress moving forward with new ideas and technology. And if we unpack that, specifically for brand and retail, what that means is driving positive change. Driving positive change for the consumer and the shopper, driving positive change for the retailer, the manufacturer, the brand, for the environment, and for the local communities that we work in. Very important to us. The team, when putting together this statement, I also had to ask them to include qualities about us, because the reason you're here is to do a lot of these activities, to learn, connect, co-develop, scale. Those may evolve over time, but the people you work with on our teams and the values we have won't. We are a mix of achievers with empathy. We also focus very much on being dedicated and passionate about what we do and supporting you. And we live and breathe in the startup community. So the last 90 days, we've had 17 startups as part of the program here, batch 12. That's down a little bit in terms of a number from our prior batches. Brand and Retail is the oldest program here at Plug and Play, and we evolve with our partners. Our anchor partners told us as a group the focus was relevance. So find the very best startups in the categories we want to work in, whether they were in prior programs, other areas around the world, bring them here. So relevance is key. 271 connections between corporates and startups. I love this metric. We're hoping this drives, and you see a lot of activity around POCs and pilots and commercial rollouts from these activity. A few of you here are like individually responsible for a large number of these activities, so thank you very much. And 17 global investments in the US and beyond. I'd like to invite my co-conspirator and the global head of our retail ventures, Kevin Parcato, to talk a little bit more about the investments we made.
Thanks, Will. Yeah, so we've really made investments in 4 key spaces. So if you look at it, it's digital native brands, so think the Glossieres of the world. Non-tech native markets, so this particular company, Zentap, actually revitalizes the real estate listing. So if you're a broker that is advertising different properties, you really have no digital tools. So that's been a major area where we're starting to invest, because those are areas where consumers are naturally gravitating towards. We still fundamentally believe that retail and the front-end operations are amazing, but the back end is where a lot of work is needed. So we invest in a company called Artifact that allows various enterprises to deploy cloud web apps in a very seamless manner and then manage them in one centralized location. And then finally, we can't ignore it. Plug and Play even started a vertical about it. Sustainability is becoming a major factor. As you all know, I mean, fashion alone is the second biggest pollutant in the world. And for us, there are ways to invest in amazing companies that are both highly lucrative as a venture capital firm, but also good for the environment. So investing in Good On You with Emma Watson from the Harry Potter series a company that essentially provides a sustainable score to every existing business out there. So a lot of interesting things. I think this year was a year of celebrities. Twice is Lenny Kravitz's business. It's a toothpaste company. We invested alongside Emma Watson and with Good On You and a bunch of others in the space. So that's another really interesting trend that's occurring. But yeah, really excited about our investments, and we're continuing to invest around the world. We even have opportunities in Japan and Shanghai, and we're super excited for 2020 and beyond.
Fantastic. And thank you to all of our partners. We could not do this without you. So you being here in the room or watching the live stream, thank you so much. Thank you for bringing your ideas, your teams, your leaders, everything that you do together to engage with each other in our community. We could not do this without you. So thank you. This particular batch is a great, amazing group of startups that relate. And welcome, Synchrony team. Find a seat somewhere. Calling you out. Excellent. You did good entrance. That's like quality entrance material there. We looked at startups that are relevant for retailers, for brands, and for both in these different categories. So the store and digital immersion, this is all customer shopper experience, new paths to discovering and buying products, new paths to engage them with, and new marketplaces. Delivery as a service is a big umbrella term. This is last mile delivery, anything around same day shipping, logistics, that falls into that category. Really rising topic that was very hot a few years ago and is back today. Operational efficiency, always a topic of interest, taking cost out of our operations through using technology and new ideas. This time, it's focused more on automation. That's both hard and software, so robotics in manufacturing centers and throughout the supply and value chain, as well as software and using AI to uncover and unlock routine tasks that are performed for the business. We always get asked, what's new? Where are we investing? What are we looking at? What is Plug and Play seeing throughout our ecosystem that's not being addressed, and can we bring that to the table as well? So you'll see startups today that fall in each of these categories. The brand and retail program operates in many locations throughout the globe. We have active partners, amazing startups and teams here. So if you are going to go visit on a trip to any of these locations in the future, stop by a Plug and Play location. And what I love about doing these events in Silicon Valley is that many of our global team members find their way here. So you may find some folks like Philip in the back from our Tokyo office and all of Japan and the team here that are here today. So if you see some familiar faces from this slide in the room, go say hi, meet them, make that connection. A particular thank you for our Silicon Valley team. We could not have this event without everyone on this slide. Kevin, Colleen, Keith, Akadina, Tanya, Suki, Karis, and Max. You're amazing. Special thank you to Akadina. She's done a phenomenal job.